This is Jason Smolen of SmolenPlevy. I'm here today to talk about the unintended consequences that can happen if there's been a change in your life or some major life event and its consequences on your estate planning. Though you think you're dealing with one part of your life, you can't throw a pebble in a pond without creating ripples. A lot of other things are being affected and they should be addressed. If somebody is divorced and then remarries, or just divorced, they have a lot of assets that may be directed towards people they no longer want them to go to. So for example, it could be a life insurance policy, and if you have a life insurance policy that names someone that you're estranged from or divorced from, the life insurance policy wants to pay to who you named in that policy. So you would have to take the steps to change it. And in many cases, a lot of people don't realize that these things need to be attended to. It's a detail. And it's not necessarily the most important one when they're going through a divorce or something of that sort. Remarriage. Sometimes, or often, there are existing families. You have an existing family. The person you're marrying has an existing family. You have to decide, where do you want things to go from your side of the equation? Where does your new spouse want things to go from their side of the equation? We had a scenario where a couple was separated for many, many years, and one of the attorneys in our firm was representing the person in the divorce action, and he died very suddenly. And all the life insurance went to this woman that he had been separated from for many, many years, to the detriment of children. So when you have a change in your life, or you have a change where you want things to go, or if you have a change in the direction of your affections, so to speak, there's a lot you have to think of. And it's not just changing your will, it's all the ancillary assets that you have, and the 401ks, the life insurance policies. If you don't make changes in those, you could get a very poor outcome, and the people that suffer usually the most are the children. These things happen all the time, and it's very expensive to try to fix it, and sometimes impossible to do so after the fact, and so easy to deal with in the beginning. There's a percentage of our clients that are brought to us by their children because they're aware of the issues that are facing them, and they would like to know that their parents have their affairs in order. A lot of people are very reluctant to talk about what their estate planning is with the children, and I completely understand the detail issue. It ranges from it's none of their business, which is a correct answer, to I want them to know everything, which is also a correct answer, which suggests there's no right or wrong here. But having a conversation about these things can avoid a lot of misunderstanding and a lot of lawsuits after someone dies. The question then becomes, to what degree do the parents allow the children into this world? And again, it's very personal each time. My suggestion is, conceptually what you're doing, you may want to talk about. The details and the dollars is completely up to you, especially if you know you'll never need any help from the children and your economics are such that they'll never be surprised that all of a sudden they have to step up to the plate to support you. If you've got those affairs in order, it really is no one else's business except to the extent you want it to be, as to whether or not you involve the children in that. There are times I have children saying, I don't know what my parents have done. I'm very concerned that they've done the following. I'm very concerned that they're giving everything to the other family. And the short answer is ask. We can always deal with it if we know something, and we can always try to deal with it if we don't. But you get a much better outcome if you actually know what you're dealing with. Parents have to pick fiduciaries. Who's going to take care of things if I'm disabled or dead? Who will run things? Who will take care of things? And who you pick for that is very important. And I've advised clients in the past not to have one sibling govern the others. It's sometimes better to have somebody else outside altogether. It doesn't fit all circumstances, and sometimes this works very well. But children are used to parents telling them what to do. They may not listen, but at least they're used to parents telling them what to do. other brothers and sisters are definitely not used to other brothers and sisters telling them what to do or controlling their money. You know, your parents say, I'm not going to pay for that, that's fine. A brother saying, well, I'm the trustee and I'm deciding we're not going to spend the money on that, altogether different outcome. This is Jason Smolen. If you have any other questions about what I talked about today or any other issues involving tax and estate planning, please call me at SmolenPlevy 703-790-1900. I'd be happy to speak with you.